Good afternoon. Welcome to my blog. I am JanStephen Cavanaugh. For those of you first time here, a 300-word introduction, otherwise skipped about the 2.5-minute mark of this tape for today's blog. I hold a doctorate in the field of human development. I have the markings of an old man, much traveled, and maybe a little wisdom. I think of myself as doctor of planet Earth humanity. Well, somebody has to do it. It's getting to be more and more of a mess out there. As my patient, I offer my observations, my diagnosis, my prognosis on matters particularly of war and warming. I regard these as existential threats, this polarity as an existential threat to my patient. They are the same thing, an assault on Mother Earth, patriarchy gone mad. As the prophets prophesize, I'm hopeful that planet Earth humanity, that's the whole of you, will grow into a law-based civilization and an age of peace. Planet Earth humanity, you all just now, with the age of the World Wide Web at your fingertips, the power to make that happen. That unrealized planet Earth humanity global will is what stands between us and an age of peace. What I observe is that the governments of planet Earth may be well intended, but are inept as a whole in saving us from the catastrophe that awaits our great grandchildren on present course. Do the numbers. The alternative, an age of peace, can only happen from the ground up when you all reach up for what's already given justice reaching down. My hope is to kickstart a conversation, to build the trust, to get the global will to get that done. Age of Peace is built on a dream, a blueprint, a painting in the sky to make the Age of Peace happen. I speak a voice of peace with the mindset of Buddha and Jesus Christ as my guide. A new dawn in our epic changing times awaits us. What will become of us? Today's blog is entitled, Is 2028 election best chance to save us from an, quote, Ozymandias-like, quote, end quote, fate? April 2026. JanStephen Cavanaugh, Ph.D. USA is historically an empire like no other in terms of power, military, and economic. In our anarchistic civilization, with no higher authority to settle disputes, power is the only measure that counts. With no empowered referee, we are de facto a war-based civilization. That's the default point. The promise of our Preamble to the Constitution, USA, spells out an experiment in government with justice as the referee. Read the preamble, all of you, please. USA 2050, divided, discontented, corrupted, indebted, a fading empire making the mistakes that empires past do, fighting the future. Fated to be one more wreck in the dustbins of history. Shelley's Ozymandias says it well, quote, I met a traveler from an antique land who said, two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand half sunk. A shattered visage lies whose frown Wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that a sculptor well those passion bred, which yet survive stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, quote, "My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." End quote. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. Is that what is to become of us? 2028 is an election for citizens to ponder what our fathers intended, as stated in the Preamble, quote unquote, justice. Election 28, and one of the parties puts forth a peace through justice platform, championed by a Kennedy-like person, John F. Kennedy, a man of peace, martyred. People will remember the 1992 McGovern peace campaign and that failure. That was then, this is now. Our circumstances have changed mightily. We all feel the danger of the times. Most people think World War III is in the wings. There is a hunger for an answer. 2028, give the American voter a real electoral choice. Do we continue the way of empire, or do we transition to a world among equals, settling things across a table and by default, the court, a law-based civilization? Justice, our legacy to human history as we make our founders proud. Let history record the direction, quote unquote, we the people voted in 2028. God help us.